You are now listening to the sounds of Beat Miners Radio, your favorite radio station. www.beatminersradio.com.
On July 17th, another brother fell victim to police brutality.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Eric Garner.
Yes.
Want to send our condolences out to all the lives that he's touched. And we have his daughter here, Emerald. And man, just for you guys taking the time out to be here with us to share your story, to have this conversation, like, we so appreciate it, and you are so strong in so many ways, because the message that you have, we all need to take heed to in the New York community, in the community, in the United States, in this global community,
right,
with the rise of police brutality, militarism, whether it's Trayvon, whether it's Sean Bell, whether it's Larry Davis, whether it's Martin Luther King. It goes all the way back, and it's all a part of the same struggle and the same fight. And, ultimately it's for, people of color to be able to truly have life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Exactly.
So I want to, turn the mic over to Emerald.
Hello. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Thank you for coming,
hey,
hanging out with us.
The
Being
honor,
the
the
voice
honor,
of
the
my father.
blessing is all ours.
Word.
Trust. This is our responsibility to give you a platform to say whatever you feel you need
Absolutely.
to say. So
Thank you.
thank you for being here. Now you're the youngest.
I'm the youngest daughter. I'm the baby girl.
How many children did Eric have?
My mom and dad had 5 kids.
5 kids together.
Chardonnay,
Uh-huh.
Erica, Emerald, Eric, and Emily.
Wow.
Yes.
Now he,
All E's.
all E's. So this is not your,
This is not a...
This is not the, he's not the deadbeat dad. He's not the estranged father.
No.
He's the...
He's never been the estranged.
He's the husband.
He's the husband.
He's
my
the
mother
father.
and my father were married.
All 5 children, took care, was there from
took
day
care of
one.
Everybody. And he was there every step of the way. I never remember a time where I'd be like, where my mother would be like, oh, I don't know where your father is, or, whatever the case may be, he was always there.
Yeah, and I think that's really important for everybody to know.
Yes.
The human side of Eric Garner. He was
Not
a
just what
human.
you see on paper.
Wasn't a savage. He wasn't a beast.
Wasn't a gang member.
He wasn't a gang member. He wasn't any of those things.
I mean, he did what he had to do to take care of his family. He had 5 kids. Wherever the family was, that's where my father was. Cookouts, barbecues, whatever. He's there. So it's like he wasn't estranged or anything like that.
Right.
He was a father, and he did what he had to do for his kids.
Think that it's awkward that when police officers make a mistake,
Right.
their first line of defense is in covering up is to discredit the individual, make them seem like they're this drag of society, and clearly, like, it's important, like Hawk said, it's important for people to know that the loss of life is very detrimental to our existence as people.
I said you didn't take a random person. You took
Right.
my father. You took the family man. You took the glue that held my family together, because I feel like he held my mother down. You know what I'm saying? Like, he held my mother down. He held his kids down. Even me being old as I am, I have a daughter. If I'd be like, okay, Dad, can I have this? He'd be like, my mother would be like, oh, you grown. But my father would be like, okay. That's just how he was.
Right.
And it was like, I don't know how it's going to be going forward without my father. You don't know who he was.
Right.
You knew what you read on paper.
Dig it.
You would never know who he was if you don't ask us. I'm his child. So I know what, I know what he was capable of and what he wasn't capable of, for the most part.
Having seen some of the on the ground reporting about your dad, right, in the conversations that we had earlier, in the black community, there's the mayor, and then there's the mayor.
The mayor.
And for us, the mayor is a way more important part of our community. And your father seemed like the mayor. Like, everybody in the community loved him.
Everybody knew him. Everybody loved him. So many people came to me and was like, you know, your father looked out. He was out there, like, if it was homeless people in the check cashing place, he would be like, you know, y'all can't stand here. I mean, like, he was breaking up a fight because he didn't like violence. He's like, no, you're not gonna fight here. If y'all gonna fight, go take it somewhere else. He was always the peacemaker, always the helper, always wanted to do something for somebody else.
That's crazy because, like, you know, that's a big dude. And if he wanted to fight somebody, I could see, you know.
I mean, you see me. I'm a replica of him. I'm tall, just like him. So it's like, of course, my presence is intimidating because I'm big.
Right.
But there's an energy that people give off.
Exactly.
And your father was not intimidating.
He
was a big man, but Santa Claus is a big man, and Santa Claus is never intimidating.
I mean, he clearly could have, but if he showed any resistance, I think it would have been very hard for you
to take him down.
Yeah.
I think that if he really wanted to, he could have picked you up.
Right.
You
And
know what I'm saying?
and just watching like some of the footage, because I honestly didn't want to see that.
I didn't want to
footage.
watch the video, but I felt like I wanted to know what happened.
Right.
Because you can't tell me about anything because I saw it myself.
Right.
You can't tell me facts about anything. You can't tell me facts. I have to see the facts.
Right.
So I wanted to see exactly what happened. I wanted to see body language. I wanted to see what did you do moving forward to help him. And I didn't see any help. There was no help.
You are now listening to the sounds of Beat Miners Radio, your favorite radio station. www.beatminersradio.com.